Hari Om to everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about the energy stored in the capacitor. Actually, in the previous videos, I have told you what happened when the dielectric is placed in an electric field and the conductor is placed in an electric field. Okay, the thing we have got the conclusion that when the dielectric is or the insulator is placed in an electric field, inside it has some electric field, but for the conductor it doesn't have any electric field. Now let me take, so here I just have the two plates. This is nothing but the capacitor, when both will be connected to the battery. Okay, the battery will provide certain potential V. Okay, especially this will be positive charge and this will be negatively charged plate. Okay, so here in between it creates a certain electric field, that is sigma by epsilon naught. When it is creating certain electric field, okay, this will also produce certain electric potential. Okay, due to the potential, what happen, the amount of charges will become increased. Okay, so the nature of the charge is to move from positive terminal to the negative terminal, okay. While it is doing so, okay, it needs certain work to be done to carry the positive charge from positive terminal to the negative terminal. Okay, that work done will be stored in the form of energy, especially that work it will be stored in the form of electrical energy. This is what we are going to discuss now. Okay, now so before we are going to see, we have to remember certain relation. What are the relation? C is equal to Q by V and V is equal to E into D. Okay, so these two are the very important relation. This is what we are going to do. And so here the work done usually will be denoted as U. Okay, in electrostatics U will be equal to V into Q. Okay, suppose if I am doing a small charge dq, okay, from positive terminal to the negative terminal, okay, the product of V into dq will be given du. What is du? Du is the work done. What is V? The potential between the plates. What is dq? The small charge which is carried from positive terminal to the negative terminal. Okay, so if I want to measure the total electric potential or the electric energy, I have to integrate it. Okay, now I am going to substitute the value of V from the relation C is equal to Q by V. So obviously V will be equal to Q by C. So how the equation will become? Integration of du will be equal to integration of Q by C into dq. Okay, so when I integrate q into dq, I will get q squared by 2, that is q squared by 2. Already we have C, so that is C. Okay, this is the energy stored in the capacitor. Okay, so now I have U is equal to q squared by 2C, and once again I am going to substitute q is equal to C into V. If I substitute q is equal to C into V, what happen? Okay, so this will become, okay, C squared V squared by 2C. So I can cancel 1C. So finally I will get U will be equal to 1 by 2 CV square. U will be equal to 1 by 2 CV square. Okay, now once again I am going to do certain things. That is, we know that, okay, C is equal to epsilon naught A by D and V is equal to E into D. Okay, this relation I am going to substitute. If I substitute, what will happen? See, okay, 1 by 2 U is equal to 1 by 2 CV squared. Okay, when I substitute 1 by 2, instead of C, epsilon naught A divided by D into, instead of V, I will substitute E squared into D squared. Okay, I can cancel 1 square and D. Okay, what is the final thing I have got? That is U is equal to 1 by 2, okay, epsilon naught A into D into E square. Okay, right. Look at the term A into D. Look at the term A into D. What is A? A is area, D is the distance between the plates. So the product of area into distance will give me the volume. Okay, now I am going to introduce a new term, that is U. U will be equal to the energy density per unit volume or volume. Okay, so simply I can just take, instead of V I can substitute V. Okay, instead of V I can substitute AV, AD. So the energy density, okay, the energy density U is equal to, okay, sorry, energy density U is equal to, okay, 1 by 2 epsilon naught E squared. What this indicates, the energy stored in the capacitor will be in the form of only electrical. Okay, now look at the slide which is we have prepared. Energy stored in the capacitor. The diagram is very important. Look at the positive terminal and negative terminal, and this is nothing but the battery. Okay, right. Now the capacitor not only stores the energy but also charge. Okay, now battery is connected to the capacitor. Electrons of total charge minus q are transferred from one plate to another plate. Okay, to transfer the charge, work has to be done. This work done will be stored in the form of potential energy. Okay, right. For the potential energy, we know that dW is equal to V into dq, where V is equal to q by c, and when I substitute, we will have this value. Okay, that explanation we have already discussed. Once again, when I substitute q is equal to cv, I will get 1 by 2 cv square. So I could find one thing. Okay, u can be taken as u will be equal to 1 by 2 cv square, or u will be equal to 1 by 2 q squared by c. Okay, these two terms we can write. Okay, right. The stored energy is directly proportional to the capacitance and square of the voltage between them. Where the energy is stored in the capacitor, we know that C is equal to epsilon naught A by D and V is equal to E into D. So when I substitute, I will get this term. Okay, this we have already 1 by 2 epsilon naught AD into E squared. The energy stored per unit volume is called energy density. That is U is equal to U by E volume. Okay, I already told you A, the volume is nothing but A into D. Okay, the remaining term we have got. This is the energy stored in the capacitor. Okay, thank you.